Friday the 13th, 1996. Do you remember? Man, um, ninth grade year, I'm dating myself. Freshman. I'm a band geek, drum line, bass drummer, small bass. Uh, Beginning of the year, hop on the bus. Actually, you know what? They made the announcement after the game. After the game, over the intercom, they say Tupac has passed away. Man, that was a long bus ride home, man. That was a long bus ride home, man. Golly, that was a long bus ride home. You know what I mean? Um, Man, if you know, like Tupac, for me, man, that's when we talk about like hip hop and greatness and just overall person. Let's just go there, right? So I'm gonna kick you back like this. So my love for hip hop starts with Digital Underground doing the Humpty Dance, a movie that he's in called Nothing But Trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like that's early '90s Pac. You know, like I said, doing the Humpty Dance with Humpty, rest in peace, Shock G. Man, like that right there. So following up after that, man, we get into like his album, his works, and he was on the East Coast at that time when he dropped Two Apocalypse Now, strictly for my niggas, But for me, the album that did it was Me Against the World. Me Against the World, man. That's my favorite Pac album. Like it's shed so many tears. Me Against the World, Temptations. Oh man, the that man, I actually, man, let me pull up that list. Golly, man. But my uncle, man, shout out to my Uncle Wayne, man. Uh, I mean, that was his album. We ride around like my Uncle Wayne had this yellow Pontiac or whatever we call it, the Batmobile. But that when Me Against the World came out, man, he bumped that thing like no other. So I always relate that album, just with the times that we spent together for me growing up. But man, I love that album. I'm trying to see what year that came out in '95. So I was barely a teenager then. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. So we kick off with If I Die Tonight, Me Against the World, So Many Tears, Temptations, Young Niggas Heavy in the Game, Lord Knows, Dear Mama, It Ain't Easy, man. Can You Get Away, Old School, Fuck the World. I See Depp around the corner, man. Outlaw, outlaw, outlaw. Man, that's golly. So anyway, then we get into Juice, the movies, all of that, man. Like Pac was so influential, and this is why he's still revered as one of the greatest, if not the greatest, to this day, because it was more of just who and what he represented, right? You know what I mean? And what I love about Pac, I say we like, I don't like I'm the new Pac or anything like that, but what I liked is the walking contradiction that he was, because that's a lot of us. Like he can give you Brenda's Got a Baby, and then he could give you I Get Around, and I related to that. You know what I mean? Like he can hit you with that message, but then be like, I'm outside as well. And so even young, that I felt like he was an artist that I immediately gravitated to, just even in my preteens, because I seen the realness in him and the message that he was getting across, even in his blackness, his unapologetically being black. You know what I mean? And then when we get into summer '96, shout out to my boy PJ. Man, we kicked it like when All Eyes on Me dropped, like going into, man, freshman year of high school. What, like that album right there? I mean, top. That has to be if that's not in your top 10 greatest hip hop albums, like I said, I mean, I can't tell people what to put, but that's a top 10 just great album. Shout out to everybody. that was a part of that project in general. Like I said, Me Against the World is still my favorite, personal favorite. But coming off that summer, man, back to what I was leading to from the beginning, man. When we know the Vegas event happened, and I never forget like that beginning of the week. It just felt like Pac go pull through, Pac go pull. It's Pac, like he go pull through, right? But man, like I remember being on that bus, man. They made that announcement, man. That was a sad, like as a freshman, you coming off. I want to say that might have been our first football game, probably second game. It was a home game at Taft Stadium, riding that bus. Man, it was so silent. I remember just sitting close to the back. That's where the drummer sat by myself and just looking out the window, and I cried. Like it was like Pac, like we just, for me, like I said, he was just so not even bigger than life, but just was life, just what he represented, who he was, how he stood on business, how he spoke for black. He was knowledgeable, going to a Juilliard school, being in theater. That was the other thing about it. It was just his passion and love for the arts. You know what I mean? Like that right there. And so that's where I connect. I went to a performing arts school, love theater, music, all of that. So love my blackness, standing on that blackness. You feel me? And so, man, that was a sad day. And so, man, we miss Love Pac. We still, like I say, he's still in 2024. The weight that he carries in this music game and hip hop. And like I said, even on screen, on camera, just a great actor. Like that was the thing about, man, he was so young, man. He was so young, man. And that's the thing, like to have that knowledge. And I like I said, in our class, that 90s group of rappers coming in, they were very knowledgeable, and spiritual, which says a lot when you go back and you hear a 19, a 20, 21-year-old, just the knowledge that they were spitting and the things that they stood for is really amazing. It's really, like I said, man, I was thinking that these cats is damn near 30, because like I said, I'm a preteen during this time. So, man, I just wanted to take this time and open this up with the love for Pac as we remember him on this day. And it was a Friday the 13th, which is wild. So at this point, what was that? That was 96. So that's 28 years ago to the date, you know what I'm saying? Still Friday the 13th on this day. But yeah, man, I was on the bus, football game. We would leave. Like I said, they made the announcement at the end of that. They came with that, and that's how big it was. That was the thing, is like they announced it and I'm from Oklahoma City. So that announcement on the intercom during a football game, that's wild. You feel me? Like that's wild. That just lets you know the impact that he's had on the culture, the impact that he's had on society as a whole, from the east to the west. So, man, y'all rock out to some Pac today through the weekend, man. And man, just share your memories with me of your Pac stories, of who he was. Like I said, I know I'll have more conversations later of just with the albums and the songs and breaking that down as well. But man, I'm telling you, golly, I remember that Friday the 3rd. Like I said, I remember riding on that bus, how sad I was, and just crying. Like I said, I want to say at that time, that was probably the connection, like the first artist like that passed, man. For me, like I said, at a young age, that I connected with and cried like as a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? A celebrity passing that really hit. You know what I mean? And him coming off of that All Eyes on Me, which was wild, and then we get into the Machiavelli after that and all the theories. It's like, nah, that's the thing, we love him so much. We didn't and don't still want him to be dead. You feel me? Like, which is wild. We still go be, we did that for a lot. There, Pac was seen in the Bahamas or here, there, like all these conspiracies and all these things. And so, man, we love you. We miss you. You are so much to the culture. Man, Tupac, rest your soul in heaven and peace. Man, and thank y'all for tuning in with me. All right? Peace.